Hi everyone, I'm Kay Barron, Fashion Director here at Net-a-Porter, and welcome to a new episode in our Style SOS series, where we solve the season's fashion dilemmas. Today's dilemma, how to wear the Spring-Summer 25 trends now. Do not be scared of the word trends. We might be calling them Soft Romanticism, Power Play, and Desert Hues, but really we're just talking about beautiful new colours, great new fabrics, and shapes that you might want to try, and you should try. Let's start with something a little bit pretty. We're calling this soft romanticism, but what it means is really, really beautiful pieces. And you can go a lot of romance or you can just feel a little bit of love, depending on what you are comfortable doing. Pastel shades, barely there dresses, and a lot of beautiful feminine dresses dominated here, thanks to Erdem, Loewe, and Alaïa. And Alaïa is what I'm wearing now because I feel that they have truly led this trend. This is maybe my favorite dress I have ever worn. And I have said that before on Style SOS, and I meant it then, but I also mean it now. This is the trend that if you have got any summer weddings in your calendar, or you're going to be a guest at any event, these are the dresses and pieces that you need to look at. I've got my best friend's wedding this summer, and I think this might be a contender. I love the colour of it, and because I am actually usually quite comfortable in black or darker colours, I never thought anyone would get me in a pastel. Turns out Alaïa can do it. I've paired it with a pair of burgundy patent shoes, which gives it a little bit of an edge to it too, makes it feel a little bit sexier. And then I've just added some very subtle details just with a Spinelli ring and small gold hoops, because the dress really does do everything else. But as I say, it doesn't have to be huge amounts of romanticism that you're playing into. You can do it in smaller pieces as well. There is something so incredible about wearing lace, and I love this dress by Rabanne. This looks absolutely incredible on. It actually almost looks like you're wearing a long skirt and a camisole over the top. Really delicate, really beautiful, and actually quite easy to wear too. And I actually quite like this if you just put a denim jacket over the top, so you can dress them down and you can also dress them up. Or for something a little bit more subtle, but still really girly, thanks to the bows on the shoulders. This is by Valentino. And again, it is a lot more subtle. It's something you can wear probably a little bit more often, but it just has those just like extra finishing pieces that just give you that little bit of romanticism. As I say, it's a lot of love or a little bit of love. If you have watched any of my live streams before, you will probably know that when it comes to any trend, I can make it work with denim, regardless of what it is. But I do think that this actually works perfectly. If romanticism is not really your kind of comfort zone, you can always put it with a pair of your trusted denim jeans. This is by Chloé. Obviously do this kind of bohemian soft dressing so well and so beautifully. And then just pairing it with the Agolde jeans and a belt. And then if you do want to get in a little bit of a pastel color, play with it in accessories. There's nothing to be scared of. This combination to me, I absolutely adore. This is obviously by Bottega. Beautiful color that works actually really well if you're wearing like darker shades as well. Looks really great with grays and navies too. It definitely is more of an evening bag, but it can elevate more casual wear as well. This combination of the white, blue, and baby pink to me is just perfection. And now for something a little bit tougher. We're calling it power play, but that basically just means suiting and things in that world. Saint Laurent led this trend on the runway, showing the most incredible looks, complete with shirt and tie. And I would love to be that power woman, and one day I will be, but I first need to learn how to tie a tie. So I've dialed it back ever so slightly, but it still has a lot of impact. I love to see the return of suiting, whether it's strict or slightly more relaxed. But the thing with suiting is you don't actually have to match the trousers to the jacket. You can go a little bit rogue. I'm wearing a jacket by The Row, and I do love The Row tailoring, so I urge you all to try it. The fit is just impeccable. And then I've matched it with a pair of The Row trousers, but they're actually in a much lighter wool, so they're a little bit more fluid, which does feel incredible together. And then just belted the jacket just to give it a little bit more shape, which makes it more evening appropriate, especially when worn with nothing underneath. And when it comes to this trend, accessories really bring it together. I've added just a subtle Spinelli ring, but these incredible Jennifer Fisher earrings, which really become the kind of statement of this look. I think if you're wearing tailoring and it's all in one color or a matching fabric in a column of the same color or fabric, then you really can't play with accessories because it draws the attention. And this is the trend where bags really come into their own. When I picked this up earlier, somebody on set said, I would never mess with a woman who carried this bag. And that's what you want from power play. This bag by Gucci is practical, which is always a great start, but it also really means business. And it is just, it's beautiful. The leather is incredible. And it's one of these bags you know will just age better the longer you have it and the more you use it. Or for something more subtle. And of course you don't have to do black on black. You can kind of mix, you can do colors. But I like the fact that this is charcoal gray, just with the silver hardware from Totem. Again, practical, not as big as the other one, so it works better for day into evening. And I do love a bag over the crook of my arm. Well, I'm wearing Gianvito Rossi heeled pumps with these trousers, mainly because they're too long for me otherwise, and also because I love a heel. I do love a brogue for this trend. I mean, I love a brogue with any trend, but I think excellently tailored suiting and a great brogue, and just maybe with like a white ribbed sock, it just looks great. You can't go wrong with that. And then for something slightly more extreme, this reminds me of Melanie Griffith in Working Girl, which is always a win for me, especially because it's in the black and white houndstooth. I'm sure she was on a mood board somewhere when they were designing this collection. And I love the idea of this with like a leather pencil skirt and a pair of high heels. I think that's what it was made for. And this is from the same designer who is really owning this power play trend, but also actually has matched the soft romanticism as well. This beautiful shirt, which is trimmed in lace, and actually can be transformed into a skirt too. I love the idea of just pairing it with something a lot stricter, a lot more sculptured, like this pencil skirt. It's wraparound, it sits quite high on the waist and then just sits below the knee. I love the fact that this trend is slightly conservative, but definitely with a sexy overtone. And finally, we're going to talk to Desert Hues, which is really orange, brown, red, yellow, and pink to you, but Desert Hues does sound a lot more poetic. I feel like this trend is the combination of the bohemian trend that we have seen a lot of over the last couple of years, and also the fact that designers became completely obsessed with the colour red and the colour burgundy, which seem to be the only colours that existed in 2024. So I'm very excited that they have branched out, and it's still warm and beautiful and quite romantic at the same time. The great thing about this trend is that there is a colour to suit everyone as well. Think of them as neutrals. They should be added to your palette in the same way that you think about black and white, and you can wear as much or as little as you like. Personally, I'm doing it a little today, but a little goes a long way with this, especially when the piece is so special as this Noor Hammour suede jacket is. Again, as I say, this feels quite a lot like the bohemian trend, where suede has been kind of making a breakthrough, and it is going to be absolutely massive for 2025. This is a jacket I feel I would live in again and again. It works so brilliantly with denim, which is always my safe space to go. You could also wear it with its matching mini skirt, and I do love the idea of creating a suit out of suede that feels a little bit more casual, but with over the knee boots, it looks really 70s, which is always a huge win for me. Because the jacket is such a statement in itself, I've just added simple accessories, although with a little bit of the bohemian kind of running through it too. I love these great little gold square earrings and clip-ons too, for those of you who don't have your ears pierced. And then I have just added these Chloé heels, which have little bells on them, which again, Chloé wins when it comes to the bohemian trend, and it works really well with this idea of desert hues as well. And then of course, my always trusted Agolde blue jeans. While I do love a very pale blue denim for spring summer 25, these in a slightly darker blue work so well with the brown suede of the jacket. When it comes to these colors, as I say, do think of them as neutrals and think of them as something you can wear as a column of color. I think people do get a little bit worried about wearing top to toe color, but it is really easy to get dressed, and it's the same way that you would wear black head to toe or navy head to toe. And why wouldn't you want to wear this head to toe? I feel I could stroke this jacket all day long. This is a really kind of clever interpretation of the safari jacket by Saint Laurent. And I just can't tell you how butter soft that leather is, but I do love it with this high-waisted kind of A-line swing skirt from them as well. Perfect when paired with a pair of chocolate brown boots, and again, just gold hardware earrings, and always big sunglasses. And I'm going to stay in the world of jackets because I just have to talk to this. This is such a brilliant piece by Chloé. It really does just make me want to swing it. This will make me want to skip down the street just so I can hear that noise. A piece that you'll have in your wardrobe forever. It's the kind of leather that is just going to get better and better with age. Looks great just with a white t-shirt underneath, a great pull neck. And actually I would wear this with some denim hot pants if you're really going to go for that look. Of course, you don't have to wear it top to toe if you're not completely comfortable with that, or you certainly don't have to do it every day. So I think for spring summer 25, you can just dip your toe in because there's some amazing separates as well, including this great halter neck from Proenza. I feel like all these colors work so well with that great kind of pale blue 70s denim. They're a partnership made in heaven. I really don't think you can have too much of a good thing. So we bang on about double denim, but I am all for double suede for spring summer 25, especially if it's in this Saint Laurent bag. It's actually a really easy kind of work bag. It is practical, but also it's like a weekend bag as well. Really soft and also really light, which does mean that you can fill it with loads, but don't be tempted to overpack it. You will regret it. You want to be able to keep its shape. And without wanting to sound like your mum, please do make sure that you treat your suede properly before you wear it, because otherwise that first drop of rain is just going to ruin it and break your heart. I think it's been a while since we've seen this shade of tan in accessories, but thanks to Alessandro at Valentino, who does like to do a little bit of a vintage spin to his accessories, he's brought these back. They look incredible and they will look so good with the kind of long flowing boho dresses that you might spend your springtime wearing. I hope that has answered your Style SOS. Thank you so much for watching and I look forward to seeing you next time.